joined by a man who absolutely does not need an introduction, Mr. Anthony Yarde. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm not too bad. Enjoyed the press conference. Did you?
Oh, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot, man. I'm seeing things. I'm seeing nerves. I think they just know what's coming.
You're seeing nerves from Lyndon Arthur and his team?
All of them. I know Pat's probably just a bit angry because he's like, okay, it was risky fighting him. We got him at the right time. We got the decision. We don't want to fight him again because it's too dangerous. He said it after the fight. He came in the changing room and said, look, we know we was lucky. It was a close fight. And we know how you're going to come for the next fight. So I'm going to do everything I can to not make the rematch happen. I don't even know why he told me that, but he come in the changing room and said it.
Do you feel like he said it because, post-fight emotions are running high and kind of, maybe more true colours are revealed at that time?
Always. And that's like me as well. Initially, I was pissed, man. I was so fucking angry. Sorry for my language. But I was so angry at the time because, again, this shit. I skanks. No, sir, because Tunde's like there, and everyone will see the real me. But anyway. Yeah, what was I saying?
You were saying that after the fight you were quite angry.
Yeah, I was angry. So again, it's not like true colours were revealed, but you just say whatever's in your mind. So again, I was like, I don't like this. What I said, I don't like to say the word robbery, but and etc. Because that's how I felt at the time. When I watched it back, it was a lot closer than I thought, and I could see why some of the judges gave it to him because his jab was effective in the fight, and I didn't do my job. So I'm not saying I feel like I lost the fight, but I can see why two of the judges gave it to him.
I mean, at the end of the day, boxing is a very subjective sport, right? So, it's kind of what you're looking for on the night, etc. But yes, actually, this does spark my memory because I remember your post-fight interview and you were very, very angry or fucking pissed, as you said it. But obviously, we're going into the rematch now. The fans are back. Do you feel like even just having the fans back is going to make a difference?
Absolutely. Because again, it's like sometimes the fans and the crowd tell you how the fight's going or you're edged on by them. Like when I watch someone like Josh Warrington, he needs a crowd. Like I've been saying this, and when he fought behind closed doors and he lost against the Mexican guy, everyone just saw it wasn't him in there. The way he started, everything. He's used to walking in the ring and sweating from cheering with the crowd. Like he pumps the crowd. He's like, "Come on, fuck it!" And he starts humping the ropes, and he's like, "Come on." Completely different fighter. He came in the ring. He's like, "It's all quiet." I was similar. When I fought Dex Bowman. Even in that fight, I could have got him out there in 2 rounds, but I started coasting. And the same thing again, Lyndon's he's a better fighter, so I was coasting with him for too long. At the time, I felt so comfortable in it, but when I watched it back, I could see why two of the judges gave it to him. People acting as, he beat me up. Like, he won the fight so clearly. That's how people are acting. Because it was it was an upset. But one of the judges gave it to me by 5 rounds, so it sometimes just depends on perspective. The side I was seeing it from, the side obviously probably at the time Tunde was seeing it from, was I'm winning this fight quite comfortably, but we want to get the knockout. That's why in the 12th round I came out trying to knock him out because it's like, I haven't been 12 rounds before. That's in the back of my mind. When I win this fight, I'm going to another level. I'm probably going to fight for a world title again. I need to be prepared. All things that I shouldn't have been doing. I should just focus on getting the win and then think about all that stuff afterwards.
I mean, it was a very close fight. Even on the scorecards, it was extremely close. So, we've touched on, obviously, some fighters kind of thrive off the crowd, and I would definitely see you as that kind of fighter because you have that fan base. Do you think it's going to help the fact that it's in London?
Where it is don't really matter to me. I feel like wherever you are, wherever your atmosphere is, it could be anywhere. If I had more people in Russia, it would have felt like I was in East London. But when you looked outside the ring, there was just Russians in suits. I had 2 security guards, and they both had guns. Like everywhere they went with us, they had guns, and I was like, "Is that necessary?" And my man said, "For you, yes." Like I said, "Is it dangerous?" He goes, "For you." I said, "Okay." From that moment on, my family went everywhere with me, everywhere. So it's like he's not really going to be in danger in East London, maybe not. But yeah, it's different, isn't it? That's what I said to Pat Barrett. I said, you don't even need to be talking like that because where we've all come from, it's childish for you to even talk like that. So that's definitely nerves, 100%. That's what's the word? When you're not confident, 100%.
Like
100%.
overcompensation.
It's that overcompensation. It's like you're trying to get some limelight from somewhere. I don't see why though. If you're confident, shut your mouth and come and fight. See what I'm saying?
So in the press conference, obviously, he's talking about thumping Tunde in the face.
Madness.
I mean, I thought that really the coaches, the trainers were taking over that press conference in terms of their emotions. You know, what were your feelings at that time?
It's good. It's good because, again, I'm cool, calm, collected as always. These lot don't want to see when I get upset. I'm saying that for free. That's why I even said to Pat, I looked in his eyes, even though he had glasses on, I said, allow all that. Like, I've spoken to him before, he's like, real recognize real, and I just said to him, leave all that talk at home. Because that's you're embarrassing yourself. It's not even good to talk like that. Do you get what I'm saying? Because you're bigger than that. You've outgrown that shit, and it's like talking like that. No one here is a bad man. I know guys. I'm not a bad man to these guys. I know I'm not. I can fight. Do you get what I'm saying? I had my past year, but there's guys out here who live this life. They just live it full in, full out. Some of them are my close friends. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm telling you, some of them are my close friends, so I know how their lifestyle is, and I'm not on it. Like, people's families getting kidnapped. I'm not on all that stuff. So leave all that bad man talk at home. Let the fighters do it. Like, if me and Lennon start talking like that, cool, we're selling a fight. We're actually going to go in there and scrap, show people how it's done at the end of the day. Fist to fist. But when you're starting talking about punching another grown man in his face as a trainer, it's disrespect, man. It's wrong. You shouldn't be doing that.
It is entertaining.
It's very entertaining. So, again, the fans win, but deep down he knows, don't come with all that because it can turn sideways so quickly and there's no need for that.
I mean, there's a group of people that arrived at the press conference today. What do you think that's about?
Like who? What, them look. I'm going to go out and shake all their hands and see what they're saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all nonsense. We're in London. They don't want it to get to that kind of situation because it's childish. Do you get what I'm saying? It's childish. And again, that's another stereotype. And I try to conduct myself as a professional. I show all the young kids from my area, when they're doing all their gang shit and they're rolling around with guns and shit, I'm like, look, you don't need to be doing all that stuff. You get what I'm saying? Make something of yourself, and then you got longevity, something that lasts. No one cares about all this wannabe gangster stuff. It's played out, it don't last long.
I really love the energy. I mean, even in the press conference, you seem very calm. Right now, you seem in really good spirits. It's really, really good to see you kind of in that mindset. Obviously, you mentioned in this interview that you feel in the first fight you didn't do your job. Mm-hmm. What are you going to do differently in the second fight?
Just be myself. Just be myself. I'm not on this practicing stuff and working on things. And someone that sparred me before knows who I am is Leo McKenzie. He's standing right there. I heard him at the fight as well. I looked up at one time, I see him. And even him, he would know that wasn't me in there, man. It wasn't me in there. But there's no point talking about the past. It's just about going in there and just being yourself. And everyone just needs to tune in to BT Sports on the 4th of December.